Hey everybody. I'm just gonna make a quick update, new video here. Talk about a couple different things. So one thing I want to touch base on is I've kind of changed my mind a little bit on the James Gunn situation because now that there's been more information that's come to light and different, like there's definitely been a few things that I either forgot or didn't I wasn't aware of when because I'll admit I was never aware of James Gunn's Twitter account. I mean, I knew he had one obviously, but I never followed him. I don't have a Twitter. I don't mess around with it. I don't care. Facebook is about all I have now, and I'll admit, I've had a couple of interactions with James Gunn. He was pleasant in the couple of times that he's responded to things that I've said. And he always seemed like a real more moderate person on Facebook. I didn't realize that on Twitter he was one of the typical leftist lunatic types that believes that Donald Trump is an agent for foreign nationals. Like that stuff is ridiculous. But I think so. Why I'm kind of now just going, I'm willing to just roll with it and accept it and everything is, well, number one, I mean, it's already happened. Them bringing him back is, I mean, unless they've received tons of mail, like letters and whatever, to bring him back, they probably won't. Um, but the one of the things that makes me kind of like the clincher of the whole situation was how James Gunn handled Roseanne when she made her stupid tweets that weren't really funny at all either. Um, my quick thoughts on her anyway. She doesn't share the same values as me. She's not a conservative. She only became a Trump supporter because he wasn't Hillary, and Hillary is objectively the worst. She is just the worst. The Clinton Foundation is raping Haiti. She's absolutely corrupt. I've been a Benghazi drum beater for years. I mean, when it happened, and I noticed all that bullshit going through. I mean, and the fact that she never got punished for it, like really officially punished for it. Um, it's just, to me, she was just the biggest sack of shit. So, I mean, that's pretty much where Roseanne falls. But James Gunn in a tweet said, like, hey, you said these things and, you deserve to get fired. Well, buddy, when you say things like that and you hold other people to those standards, you got to hold yourself to the same standards. You cannot hold other people to a higher moral standard if you're just going to turn around and do the same thing. That makes you a hypocrite. And that's one thing that I'm trying not to do and be in this situation when it comes to all this is let's not be a hypocrite. So, for him to say, well, I was hoping you'd all forgive me. Well, he never faced any real serious consequences for saying what he said. He apologized and then got his job. Whereas she said these things and lost her job. Well, he never really got punished for what he had said, even though he did acknowledge, that he apologized. But the act of forgiveness and everything is we really should be more forgiving in the future, just of everybody. How you treat your enemies is indicative of your personality, which is why I don't believe in doing the same tactics as them and do not stoop to their levels. And I know that it's hard because look, I mean, being conservative is kind of like being black in America, where one bad deed puts you on national news while 100 good deeds go unspoken. It's just like that. That's basically being conservative in America too. It's kind of just like being black, and being hated as well, you know. Especially if you are a black conservative, that's a double whammy. Um, but so when it comes down to that, you know what? Um, I mean, I'm still mad. I'm still very mad that they did what they did. You know, like I still hold to the fact that look, I did not quit being a Democrat. I did not quit being a leftist to join a group who's going to just do the same shit over and over. But you know, I've come around on it. And I do see other people's point. I still don't agree with some people when they're saying, well, you know, just saying it's just as bad. Well, no, not really. I mean, Trump joked around in the back of that bus with was it Billy Bush, you know, about, you know, grabbing floozies and kissing on them because they'll let you, which is the key point that retards seem to deem not important to the conversation, is the fact that he says, then they let you, you know, just a bunch of women in Hollywood and New York and whatever being a bunch of floozies. But they, you know, he says that and they're like, he's a rapist, he's a you know, sexist and a molester and all this other dumb shit. And it's like, you know, you guys can't just go, oh, well, James Gunn he's forgiven, but Trump, he's the rapist. You know, don't, you know, it's like, let's not do that. You know, I'm hoping that after this situation, most people are going to realize the errors of their ways and people will stop behaving this way. Probably being naive there, but I'm hoping that we can finally round a corner in this. But same token, you know what? Like I said, I mean, I did say that if Chris Pratt or James Gunn leaves Marvel, I'm out. So after this point, I think this is probably going to be the last video I'm going to talk about this. Yeah, I'm done with Marvel, so I don't really give a shit what happens. I mean, for all I care, they could hire Roundhead Ryan Johnson to direct Guardians of the Galaxy, and I don't care. All right, so moving on to what's more important, we was talking about the Shazam trailer. Oh my gosh, that thing looks great. What a cool drink of water after this crazy last 24, 48 hours that we've been in dealing with that garbage. Dude, I'm so looking forward to it. I'm so looking forward to Shazam. It looks funny. It looks good. I'm actually reading the Shazam showcase right now. As you can see, I got my little, you know, coupon bookmarker here. I've got hundreds and hundreds of books started and not finished. I mean, I don't know. Danny, you guys do that? You just pick up a book, pick up a, you know, big thick book like this, and you just kind of, you read you read a couple of issues, and read different things at different times, whatever mood strikes you. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little ADHD or whatever. I don't know. But to me, it's like about the only way I really can read something, unless it's absolutely positively just like grips me from the start, that I just cannot put it down. I mean, there's been a few things like that. There was, what was the most recent book? Was Hellboy: The Lost Army. That was one of the books that I picked it up and I read the first couple of chapters, and you know, when I was at work, and then it was like a Thursday or Friday. I read a couple of chapters while I was at work, in my downtime, and then as soon as the weekend hit, I like cranked it out, and just finished it. But you know, I was thinking about doing, maybe I'll do some Shazam reviews. And I'm probably going to talk about this book here once I'm finally done with it. I can tell you a little bit about how far, you know, since I've gotten as far as I have. Oh man, this book is like, it's silly and it's so lighthearted, but it's really fun. Like it feels juvenile in the sense of its innocence, but it's still just a really fun read. I mean, if you didn't get it, or if you didn't have an Ollie store in your area, you kind of missed out. Ollie's. Let's see. I tried tearing my sticker off, but they were selling this book. This thing's like $16.99, but they were selling it for $2.99 at Ollie's, and they had at least my local one had just this giant stack of these, man. And I almost went in there with like $30 and just bought the whole thing and was just gonna like scalp it on Amazon, or maybe do like a giveaway or something like that to, people who follow me and comment and whatever. But um, for the longest time, I haven't had anybody like or share or comment on any of my videos. So I appreciate everybody who does. Maxwell, definitely appreciate you for commenting, and everybody, and anybody who watches these videos in the future. I'd appreciate, I appreciate everything that you guys will, that you do, like, share, subscribe, everything. I'm a growing channel and with a growing family and everything, so I look forward to it. Um, but anyway, so back to this. Yeah, so this book's been pretty good. There's some characters in there that like I didn't know existed. What was his name? Sunny Sparkle. So Sunny Sparkle, he's a Shazam character in here. He's known as the nicest boy to ever live, and people just give him things as they pass by, and just all the sorts of just shenanigans that he always gets into, that people just he's trying to just live his life, and people will just stop him and pinch his cheeks and be like, "You're just the nicest kid ever. Here's my wallet, and here's my coat and my umbrella," and it's in downpour rain, and the kid, his house fills up with stuff so much and so fast, he has to call charity trucks to come clean out his house, because people will just give him, you know crates full of apples, or hundreds of coats and whatever, just like things he doesn't need, they'll just give it to him anyway. So, which is kind of a funny little. It was kind of weird at first, but it eventually, the joke finally kind of sunk in with me a little bit, and I was like, okay, this is funny. The only thing about the DC Showcase Shazam, so they a lot of the books that are in there, they're the 100-page comics for, I think it was like 60 cents or something ridiculous. Yeah. They really heavily edit the books down, so you only get ones that really either focus on Billy Batson himself, Freddy, or Mary. Like, it really just focuses mostly on just those three. I think there's a couple of Talkie Tawny stories and Uncle Marvel stories, but mostly just right around those characters. And it's good. I would recommend it. I mean, it might be too late now. Most Ollie stores they still have their book collections, but Marvel and Zenoscope, I believe it was, they joined in on the Ollie's train, and started putting all their old books that just never sold, started dumping their products onto them. So finding DC stuff, you'll probably find some slim pickings. Maybe, hopefully, you'll find this if you didn't know about it. Like, go look up wherever the nearest Ollie's bargain outlet store is near you. Call them up, see if they have the comic books in there. Maybe make the drive. I mean, I hope you can find it. If you didn't get this, maybe, hopefully, they'll have a copy for you. Because, man, like I said, the one there near me, I mean, when I walked in there, they had probably a good 25 copies, and then last time I went in there, they had none. It's real slim pickings now, and Marvel books are not going anywhere. Marvel didn't deep enough discount on their stuff, and it ain't moving. But so anyway, yeah. I'm probably, once I finish this book, I'm gonna do a review on it. I'm liking it so far. It's positive so far, and I'm really looking forward to the Shazam. So yeah, I mean, let me guys let I can talk, everybody. Let me know what you think down below. What do you guys think about Shazam? What do you guys think about maybe kind of like some of these newer directions that DC's taking? Do you guys are you a little hopeful or um, are we still trepidatious after the last few films? I I wouldn't blame if you are, but just let me know. All right, later, guys.